Dear brothers and sisters, when a couple want to get married, they usually have to prepare the reception for a long time. They want to have a wonderful moment and a perfect wedding party. They don't want anything wrong going on. Nevertheless, when there is something going wrong, they will be disappointed and embarrassed. For example, when the food is not enough, meanwhile the guests are still many, it will destroy the whole party. So we can imagine the situation in the story of the wedding feast at Cana. The bridegroom is running out of wine. He will get trouble and feel embarrassed in front of his guests. He is in difficult situation and don't know to whom he can ask for help. Dear brothers and sisters, we often find ourselves like the bridegroom in difficult situation and really need God to help us because our problems are beyond us. There is a true story of a blind man, Tom, not his real name, who is now in his 60s. Tom was very angry with life because of his blindness. He was so depressed and had lost all hope and meaning in life that on many occasions he wanted to commit suicide. Tom's mother, unable to help him much, urged him at a last resort to go to Lourdes to pray to Our Lady for a miraculous healing. He reluctantly agreed to go and probably told himself that it was the last chance he was giving himself. At Lourdes, following the other pilgrims, Tom was lowered into the bath water at the grotto of Our Lady while he prayed for healing. When he came out of the water, no miracle happened. Tom was still blind and he didn't feel healed at all. Feeling disappointed, he returned home. Tom's mother was very worried of her suicidal son. She prayed to God and to Our Lady to intercede for her son's need. Days, weeks, and months went by, and surprisingly, Tom, in his quiet ways, did not show signs that his depression was worsening. In fact, he looked more peaceful, and his behavior became more stable. He did not seem to be angry with life anymore. While Tom was not physically healed, he was emotionally and interiorly healed. Tom didn't lose his hope when he was still blind at the last resort. Jesus healed his heart and strengthened his hope that Tom was able to accept his blindness through the renewal that he felt within. Even he shared with his friends that after he went to Lourdes, he was surprised to find that he had an inner strength to go beyond his anger of being blind. It is a great blessing as Christians that we are taught not to give up or losing our hope easily. We believe that we will find ourselves in any situation where we are totally helpless, abandoned, and alone when we are in need. Dear brothers and sisters, Mother Mary is the great example of believing in God. When she noticed that wine in the wedding party was all finished, she said to Jesus, "They have no more wine." And Jesus replied, "Woman, why turn to me? My hour has not yet come." But Mary didn't give up. "Do whatever he tells you," she ordered the servants. And indeed, water is changed into wine, the best wine they ever had. Jesus performed his first miracle and changed his hour, so to say, because it pleased him to listen to his mother's request. So, dear brothers and sisters, when we are in need, Jesus always helps us with some sort of supply. And the gospel assures us that in whatever way he helps us, he is always generous. Therefore, let us always cling to him in faith and confidence. And at the same time, let us not forget to bear in mind that we too must play our part. Jesus will not work if we on our side do not contribute. The servants at Cana supplied him with the water that he changed into wine. We too must be willing to contribute from whatever we have in Jesus' plan of salvation. Jesus is very generous to us. So let us be generous as Jesus is. Amen.